Dollar, dollar, dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ Nookie, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
We back on the channel with another one. Back on the channel with another reaction. Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original. No.
Welcome back to the channel, man. If y'all back or new to the channel, just haven't done so already, go ahead and please tell the people what to do.
Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you're always notified when I upload a new video.
Yeah. Also, go ahead and check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. Go ahead, go over there to the main channel, show us some love, support, peace, and positivity. As well, you see the socials right above us. Go ahead and hit them with a like, comment over there, and hit us with a follow. Show us some love and support. But we have 5 mysterious things to ever happen.
Ever happen?
Yeah, he said ever happen.
Oh no.
5 mysterious. It's gonna be either spooky or crazy. I don't know. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Alright, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about, y'all. You got the steps and everything.
Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me why all the birds are dying? We're very sorry, we don't know yet. We're working on it. This is the conversation that the Arkansas Police Call Center had time after time on that ghastly day, when the unsuspecting citizen woke up to find a graveyard of black birds in their neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
The streets of Arkansas were covered by birds scattered on the ground. Blackbirds of all shapes and sizes made a feathery blanket over the roads. In people's gardens, on the pavement, mostly dead but often bleeding while struggling for their last breath.
Oh no. Why?
That's good. That's it.
Why? Why we have to start it with this one? You know how I am.
That's crazy though. Well, like, what would you do if you went outside and all of a sudden you saw none but blackbirds dead?
I'm gonna be wondering what the going on in there, because that's the only thing that you can, like, what is going on?
What is going on?
What am I breathing in? For all these birds to be like, something is going on.
Just drop dead.
Something is going on. That's not normal.
And then they weren't even dead. They were still breathing.
Like, yes.
And, like, that's crazy.
The tortured creatures apparently just fell from the sky, and no one knew why. Kentucky turned into a cradle for corpses of sparrows and other dark-feathered birds as well. In Louisiana, 500 birds fell to their death at the same time. Experts were at a loss for words. Was it atmospheric disturbance? Was there a threat in the air so fatal yet so subtle that only the birds could understand the warnings the planet was vibrating with? Was it some alien matter? Was it an act of cruelty? Were they all being poisoned because of someone's ghoulish agenda? Were they disturbed by previous fireworks, or was it all an incredible coincidence? No conclusion has ever been reached. The tortured birds fell to their death, whether pushed by some invisible force or inspired to suicide by some threat undetectable by humans. We will never know. The animals passed away and the events never reoccurred. All that's left are horrid images in the minds of all who awoke to a truly apocalyptic sight.
My God.
That's crazy.
One dreadful winter night in Langby, Minnesota, temperatures dropped 25 degrees Fahrenheit below zero.
You see, the title alone kind of got me.
Yeah, I was like, okay, where are we going with this one?
Because that previous one, like, for the fact that don't nobody know what happened, you ain't got no answers, birds just dropped dead.
Even with all the tests that was ran on, like...
Or did they even run tests? That's the question.
Yeah, that is the question. I just assumed because they was, like, on the lab table. But if they did,
human beings aren't dropping dead, so it just must be something in.
No, I doubt it, because that's something like I want to know.
We'll never know.
18-year-old Jean Hillard was returning home and had a car accident in the winter nightmare. Her car skid off the road. She tried desperately to reach her neighbor, but the frozen night took her over and turned her into a human popsicle, literally. When her neighbor finally found her the next morning, she looked more like an ice statue than an actual person. Her skin was completely white, the frostbite turning her into a rendition of the Snow Queen. Her entire body was solidified by the cold, turned into ice, unable to bend or pierce. She was immediately transported to the hospital, but the doctors had no hopes of getting her back. Even if they did manage to melt her back to a normal human temperature, she would have certainly suffered from brain damage, and her skin would never come back to normal. The frost would forever leave its mark. She was wrapped in an electric heating pad, and her family and friends waited in distress to see if they would ever see another sign of life in their loved one. What no one expected, especially not the doctors, was that Jean would start to twitch in a couple of hours, to convulse her body and finally eventually open her eyes. About a month and a half later, to everyone's astonishment, Jean left the hospital as healthy as ever, with no sign of ever having been eaten up by ice and clinically dead.
What?
It's a miracle. Look, it's a miracle.
Bro.
Now I'm about, after this, I gotta go research and find, like...
So is it possible, you know, like, even on the 100, when they froze, they, like, freezing bodies for over the amount of years, is it a possibility if we freeze our bodies, like 100 years from now, we'll be able to defrost? And, you know what I'm saying? Just speculation of the movies and TV
you
shows.
100. You in the 100.
The 100 lit, bro. If you ain't never seen the 100, you missing out, bro. Hey, they need to come on with the prequel, so I go ahead and get back into that, man. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
Brain, her internal organs, her
That's
skin,
crazy,
untouched.
Untouched.
How, you ask? Get in line. You're not the only one asking that question.
How?
Maybe it was a Christmas miracle.
A miracle.
February 24th, 1942, Los Angeles. Sirens are voicing themselves, calling people to action. An object appeared in the sky. It was floating through the night, threatening those below. It's the Japanese attacking again. Some jumped to arms, some hid, some experienced a burst of adrenaline and were prepared to fend off the enemy at all costs.
Oh, God.
Others sadly couldn't handle the stress and experienced severe trauma. In extreme cases, even died of heart failure due to panic attack.
Wow.
The 37th Coast Artillery Brigade unloaded 1,400 12.8-pound anti-aircraft shells. The bombardment went on for a full hour. The object soaked up all that was shot at it. The missiles killed 4 civilians, but the aircraft loitered over the sky, moving with a hover over the state. It wasn't the Japanese. Well, who was it then? The government made no effort to come up with a plausible story, calling it a weather balloon. And even though most people aren't quite as gullible as the government would want them to be, the fact of the matter is that no one was offered, or managed to offer, any other answer to this day.
Wow.
So hold on.
Wow.
So that comes down to the theory. I don't even want to call them aliens, but is there any other form of life out of Earth that could possibly be there?
I mean,
because it does blow your mind. Out of the whole galaxy, the Earth is the only planet to have human life form. Out of the whole galaxy, and even beyond the galaxy, we are the only planet to have human life form. And it's possible humans can live on Mars.
I mean, we would never know.
I don't think in our age.
Not in this age.
Winter of 1959, 9 people were found dead near the camp they had previously set up. High in a mountain at sub-zero temperatures, bodies were found scattered at the camping site, alongside ripped tents. 6 of the campers had died of hypothermia. 2 died of chest fractures inflicted by a force which doctors claim cannot be human. 1 woman was found with her tongue ripped out.
What?
The bodies were highly radioactive. The only footprints found in the snow were their own. No conducted investigation managed to explain how the people had died. What hunted them down in those woods remains a mystery. Some sort of force, one powerful enough to damage the human body to the breaking point, but which leaves no footprints or DNA, emerged from the freezing cold that night and took lives of unassuming campers. Sounding like something from a horror movie, the mystery remains unsolved to this day.
Wow.
That one ain't gonna never
At
be
around
solved.
7:17 a.m., in the hills northwest of Lake Baikal in Russia, the locals saw a blast of bluish light moving across the sky. The blast was as powerful as sunlight. About 10 minutes later, the air was rattled by a sound similar to artillery fire. The source of the sound moved from the east to the north of them. The sounds were accompanied by a shockwave that knocked people off their feet. and broke windows hundreds of miles away. The shockwave was as heavy as an earthquake, destroying everything in its path, including ripping trees out of the soil. The turmoil was so great that it was detected as far away as Great Britain. Night skies in Asia and Europe were glowing for the next couple of days. This happened in 1908. Since then, scientists have written an estimated 1,000 scholarly papers on the event. Extensive research has been done in the area, but all we have is theories. Meteor, comet, alien attack, secret weapon testing. Each theory is as likely and unlikely as the other. The fact of the matter is, our planet was shaken up, and we don't know why or by what, or by whom. Most importantly, we have no idea whether something like this is to be expected again.
I think that one sounds more like a meteor hit.
I mean,
came out there, or an atomic bomb.
I feel like you'll never know.
But I feel like it's a meteor though. That just come level, like I think that was probably a meteor, bro. I really think those some crazy. Those 5 most crazy. Mysterious things. Those are mysterious, bro. Yeah. But hey, let us know which one y'all think is the most mysterious in that whole category. Fill us in with your thoughts and opinions. Let us know in the comment section down below. But as always, y'all know how it go. But for the new ones that don't know, I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is we are. We out, y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me